after the hour, and 6 maybe, and so we have 9 participants. This is more than we had last weekend. I will leave it up to all of you. If you feel this is enough participation to go ahead, and you can just type in to the tech chat area if you feel that you want to go ahead with it. You can say yes, and if not, say no. Danny says yes. There's 3 yeses. 4 yeses. Need 1 more to make one more yes will make a majority. So, being so, I'll put in my yes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with the conference. I want to welcome each and every one of you. I might ask Danny if you haven't had a chance yet, you might go ahead and start recording. Daniel says I'm still working and have the other conference also, so we'll like to say no. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, Daniel, and if you need to, feel free to do your work. But I want to go ahead and welcome everyone again. Yada and Danny, Daniel, Detlef, Lothar, Manfred, Manya, and Matthias. Thank you for coming to the conference that is about the FUTURO-Plan. I don't know about where you're living right now, but I'm telling you what, here in Florida, it's beautiful. I have never been so pleased that I have moved from Kansas to Florida. Much better weather, loving it. But as far as the FUTURO-Plan is a simple monetary solution. And that solution is a 1 times 14 times 30. You know, we live in a world where 95% of all the wealth is controlled by 5% of the people. Many families in nations around the world are living on less than $1 per day. Of that, we can be certain. We believe that the time has come for a paradigm shift, a new way of thinking and living together on the earth, a new human concept based on simplicity. And we have a simple solution. Our plan is so basic and so simple that everyone, every nation, every government can easily understand it and put it to use. It is based on a principle so powerful that for the first time in the history of the world, we have the ability to create a true, stable economy for everyone, and everyone, with everyone included and no one left out. We can now do this because our plan is based on everyone's greatest asset, the one thing that everyone in the whole world values more than anything else. Our plan is based on the future of our children, and we call our plan the FUTURO-Plan, a simple mathematical formula for a world peace. The FUTURO-Plan has no political or religious orientations. It is not financed by any organization, church, or similar. It is a pure concept by people like me and you. It is a world peace solution created for making our planet Earth a better place. The FUTURO-Plan actually encourages smaller and community banking institutions to hold the government guarantees that pay out interest to families in the local community. The FUTURO-Plan does not require that money be spent by a government or institution to pave the way for our children's future. The plan takes advantage of all funds that can be held by anyone who wants to make true change. The FUTURO-Plan does not require a change in politics or a change in law. It is a simple formula that banks will love because banks can loan against a 30-year government-backed guarantee. There's enough wealth in the world for everyone, and it is time to simply change our understanding of where the true value is and focus it back to each child. By creating a solid foundation, the FUTURO-Plan will cause the rich to become richer, but the poor will also become rich with a simple monetary 1 times 14 times 30. The number 1 in that formula is the UBIEE FUTURO-Plan. In the UBIEE FUTURO-Plan formula, it represents 1 child. The number 14 in the UBIEE FUTURO-Plan formula is in 1 year you get paid 14 times. The number 30 in the UBIEE FUTURO-Plan formula, this is the constant final time indicator for a time period of 30 years. By applying the FUTURO-Plan formula, it will help 1 child 14 times every year for 30 years. What will the FUTURO-Plan formula stabilize? It will secure the life of the youth. It will give health and education. They will have a financial security. It will give insurance and health security. Number 5, it will reduce and eliminate abortion. It will strengthen our self-consciousness. It will strengthen our civic obligation, such as obedience to the law and others. These are the statements for a life opportunity with equal rights. Now, what is needed to make the FUTURO-Plan become a reality? It will take only the signature of the president or leader of any country in the world. Let me stop for just a minute. I've seen a couple of people come out on the screen. Was there questions as what has been stated so far? Your mics are all open, so if you do have a question, feel free to speak.
Sorry, for me it was no question. I had to do another thing, and there was
okay.
was a wrong thing.
Very good.
Okay, sorry.
As I said, it will take only the signature of the president or leader of any country in the world. The result of the FUTURO-Plan will make the rich richer and the poor also rich. The costs of the FUTURO-Plan to any president or leader of any country in the world will take a simple signature. Not even money is needed. Instead of leaving the youth of the world growing in insecure circumstances, any head of state presenting the FUTURO-Plan in his own country based upon the presented monetary formula will save his country and his society from social disasters and serve as a great visionary. Excuse me. Our forgotten children are growing up in slums, unprotected. Those are the nucleus for future terrorism. Only by saving the new generations from growing in insecurity will we avoid the total breakdown of the human race. The FUTURO-Plan is designed to use the interest from already existing government or corporate bonds and guarantees. It's a plan that will work without spending new money and without a change in government or policy. The children are our future. Their hope is in our hands. What happens to children in the first period of their lives is essential in their development and thus the development of our society and the world. And I was talking to my wife about this, I believe it was just yesterday. And you know, if the children of the world have the food, have the ability to get an education, and have the ability to have all the essential needs, they won't go looking for those terroristic groups that come around and say, hey, you know, when they haven't got anything, they need a way to survive, and that's why they pick going to these terroristic groups. So this is the answer. This is the true answer. Regardless of the GDP value of any nation, the FUTURO-Plan provides a solid and simple mathematical formula for a world peace solution by creating a 30-year plan in which families and children receive everything needed to ensure education, recreation, food, actual spending money, medical care, and more. The FUTURO-Plan actually encourages smaller and community banking institutions to hold the government guarantees that pay out interest to families in the local community. Most people today do not see the simplicity of the world peace solution because they look for something much more complicated to solve the world's biggest problems of our time: hunger, crime, unemployment, terrorism, and much more. Look up in Google world peace solution. Let me just do that. And you will see how we have come up. It wasn't too long ago you wouldn't find us anywhere there, but you can see in the top 10 out of 4,400,000 searches that we are in the top. World Peace Solution, there again, UN Peace Day and FUTURO-Plan, the only solution for world peace, a simple solution for world peace. So you see that we are now being noticed more and more every day. And there you will see how far we have already gone. What we present is easy if you can think simple, to consume less and share more. So what can you do right now? Search the web for monetary reform or community currencies. A simple fact already in the UBIEE Pro, and see that the entire monetary reform with its community currency has a plan presented already on a simple Excel spreadsheet. And these spreadsheets are shown there. It's according to whether you have Microsoft 2007 or 2003, and you can look those up. I can put them here for you. Just a minute. There's one of them. And here is the other. And you can look at those, and they will actually show you how well the system works. And you can add, like we said, the one equals like one child, and you can put in there 3 or whatever you want that you think a family might have, and they would it will automatically show you how much money that family would receive for 3 instead of 1. And the reason the 14 is there, I know that some of you may not realize this, but they will receive 14 payments in a year instead of 12, and that's because you know that there are holidays in the year when people might need a little extra money, and so the plan's built around, instead of 12, it's built around 14, so that they get that little extra money for those holidays, etc. And that's why it's 14 instead of 12. Ask yourself the real reasons for today's problems. They are poverty, hopelessness, misery, and on one side with arrogance, selfishness, and greed on the other. It has nothing to do with religion. It is simply a sad time, but